Barcelona won, Getafe 0. Great defensive display by the Blaugrana. I wasn't really too happy with the performance. Kind of disappointed because we didn't really have much end product. But we'll get into that. But before we do, please guys, like, comment, subscribe. Follow me as well on Twitter mainly. That's where I'm active. So let's go with the lineup. I expected Lamine Yamal to be rested. I didn't want him to play another 90 minutes. But Hansi Flick did say in an interview, when the best players are available, they have to start. I wanted Rafinha to start on the right side and Ansu Fati on the left. I was eager for Ansu Fati's return, and hopefully Ansu Fati can start in the next upcoming games. He has been rested a lot. Obviously he came back from an injury, but hopefully Hansi Flick does play him. Casado in the midfield with Eric Garcia as well in the DM. Balde back to the left back. Kobasi and Inigo Martinez with Koundé. Solid defense. Obviously with the Yamal, always Rafinha. Pablo Torre, who surprised me today as well. Lewandowski up top, gunman. Getafe without Greenwood, who was a proper attacking force last season. He had 14 goals and assists for Getafe last season, and now they're with less firepower. In the beginning, in the early minutes, we were getting caught in the counters. I feel like it was too easy for Getafe to run behind our defense. Uke, their number 9, he was just getting into space very easily. He's a strong player, tall player. He can hold up the play as well, and he was showing it in the early moments. And good thing we were able to get a hold of the game in the early 10 minutes, 15 minutes, controlling the game, controlling ourselves, calming down, slowly growing into the game. Getafe, after those early minute chances, they didn't really have much to sniff, to be honest. We were always onto them, trying to create chances. Without Pedri not starting, I was kind of disappointed, and that led to us having less creativity, less line breaking passes. I love how Koundé overlaps all the time now. Under Hansi Flick, he overlaps a lot more than he did under Xavi, where he was playing more of a defensive role. Those overlapping runs that Koundé did finally paid off, where Yamal played him through. Koundé crossed it and the Getafe keeper made a mistake. It slipped through his hands, and Lewandowski obviously there in the right moment, scoring his 7th goal in 7 games. When it comes to the best right backs in the world, Koundé does not really get mentioned, and that kind of makes me angry, to be honest, because Koundé overall as a defender, he's very solid defensively and attacking wise. This season he's showing more of his attacking side than he did last season. He's very strong. He knows when to time his tackles. It's not easy to go past him. You have to be really strong or either really quick with your feet. But then again, even when you're quick with your feet, Koundé uses IQ, uses his mind to go one step ahead of you. And Koundé is one of the best right backs in the world, no doubt, and he has shown it since he joined Barcelona, since Xavi signed him. And he's playing our position too. He's not even a right back, he's an out and out centre back, but he's shown his versatility playing in the right back position and performing consistently for us. People need to give them his flowers. In the first half, I saw Yamal taking less risks. I feel like Hansi Flick instructed him to take less risks, so he doesn't really get fouled too much as well. Lamine needs to be more selfish. We need to see his goal scoring side more. His playmaking is there, already good. His dribbling, elite. He's got that in his locker. But we need to see more goal scoring. We need to see him take more risks. That's what I want to see from him. If you want to be at the top of your game, if you want to be one of the best, if you want to be always in that level of the Salahs, Suarez, Neymar, if you want to be in those levels, you have to be selfish. You have to have that ego. I want Lamine Yamal to be more selfish and score more goals. Take more long shots. Try go for yourself. Go inside. Cut. Boom. Go inside. Score. And hopefully we get to see him do that more. He's 17. Of course, he's still young. I love how Pablo Torre was more comfortable on the ball compared to the game versus Villarreal. He seemed more brave. He seemed more risky, and his risk paid off as well. He was playing great passes through to Lewandowski and Rafinha, and I love that from him. He looks more comfortable on the ball. He's very quick. He's got that burst of pace to go past midfielders, to go past defenders. Off the ball, he runs, he covers space, and I love that from him. Balde causing problems on the left-hand side with his burst of pace. He loves driving inside, but sometimes I want him to play more 1-2s, calm down a bit, choose your moments wisely. If you do too much, it can lead to a turnover and you can cause some mistakes. But take your time, do some 1-2s. You've got the pace. You're like an Alphonso Davies-esque type player. Use your brain a bit more. Take your time as well. Not always direct. I feel like we weren't really as intense as we were in the previous games off the ball. Getafe were overloading the midfield, which made it really hard for us to break them down, and they were playing kind of a low block. As you know, Hansi Flick loves overloading the midfield with Rafinha moving centrally, Yamal moving centrally, Lewandowski dropping a bit deep, almost injured, but Pablo Torre being there instead of him. And Getafe was making it difficult for us to try and make those line breaking passes. Without Pedri, of course, it's really hard to do so. We can see that in Pablo Torre. He's got those line breaking passes in his locker. With experience, through time, he will be able to unlock it and show himself what kind of player he is. Lewandowski is one of the best strikers in the world, not just La Liga. 7 goals in 7 games. One of the most informed strikers alongside Erling Haaland. And nobody want to give him his flowers because he plays in La Liga, the Farmers League, this and that. He's one of the best 9s in our generation. His longevity speaks for itself. People need to respect Lewandowski more. 7 goals in 7 games. That is no easy feat. One thing which I did not like was Ulrich causing us problems, the number 9. He was very dangerous on the wall, technically sound, just getting away easily from our defense, which really pissed me off. And if we did have a proper DM who could just destroy players, who can just run them down, read them, and just tackle, get a tackle in, it would have been much better. We needed to be more aggressive in our defense. We were playing against an aggressive number 9 and we needed to show more grit on the pitch. First half, I was pleased with our performance. I feel like we needed to make some changes going to the second half. Pedri came on later into the game, 75th minute. I feel like that was too late and he should have been there earlier, maybe in the 60th minute. Yamal should have been subbed off as well for the second half. I don't feel like he should have been playing because we need to rest the kid, man. Barcelona need to show themselves that they can play without Lamine Yamal. Lamine Yamal is the focal point of our attack. He's the main threat. What can we do without Lamine Yamal? That's the question. It might sound crazy. He's 17 years old, but the type of player he is very important to our attack, off the ball and on the ball. So the next upcoming games, I don't want to see Lamine Yamal in the lineup because we need the kid ready for the Real Madrid game. Getafe in the second half went into third and fourth game by being aggressive, fouling our players, fouling Lamine Yamal, pushing Lewandowski, trying to get into our heads, but it did not work at all because we were still in control of the game. We were still getting passes into the final third. Unlucky with the end product. If we had Pedri playing from the beginning of the minutes, it would have been much better. We would have finished them off quickly. Pedri did get subbed on in the 75th minute. I feel like we had more control. We were more dangerous in the attack as well. Lamine Yamal with a great shot outside of the box. Unlucky for him not to get a goal or assist tonight. He had a good performance, but unlucky. I loved how Kubasi made that clearance, which was very dangerous for us. We need to be more aware. He made an error as well, error clearance, where he should have just smacked the ball away. He needed to be more aware. Of course, he's still young. Inigo Martinez had a solid game in my opinion. He was very good on the ball, getting the right tackles in, which he did in the dying minutes, which saved us. And the Getafe player was trying to get a penalty, which it didn't work at all. And that missed sitter from Getafe, my heart nearly sank. I can't believe he missed it. Our defense was caught off guard. We were turned off. We need to be more aware. We need a leader in the background. I feel like when Araujo comes back, we will be turned on. No Diddy, we will be more focused because he's a leader who communicates this, that, blah, blah, blah. If Araujo played today, we wouldn't have let that happen. Overall, today's performance, I feel like it was good. We could have done much better. We weren't at our best. I wanted Ansu Fati to start, but he didn't, unfortunately. I hope he starts in the next game. Without Pedri, it's very hard to break down opponents. He has that line breaking pass. He has that magic in him, which we need. Hopefully going into the next games, we can rotate a bit more. We've got Osasuna, we've got young boys, Deportivo Alaves, Sevilla. Hopefully Lamine can get more rest. He's our most important player. Hopefully Hansi Flick does understand that, and if he doesn't, then that's my biggest issue with him. But thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you follow my Twitter. Until next time.